Hi everybody, Dan Illman along with Matt Bernier. The feature race at Del Mar on Wednesday is race number 7. It's the $100,000 generous portion stakes for 2-year-old filly Calbreds. You can play the race with your very own DRF Bets account. Sign up at drf.com/bet. Get 10 times the sign up bonus. Bet 20, get 200. Here's the field for the generous portion stakes. 7 Calbreds lining up to go 6 furlongs on the main track. Morning line favorites, the number 3, Give Me a Hint. Kent DeZormo aboard. I think these connections, they kind of scored out in the career debut. They realized, here's a daughter of Merit Man, a first crop sire. Let's run this one for 50. Who's going to claim her? She won by 9. She paid $20.
And look, she's probably the horse to beat in this spot. She's the morning line favorite, the 61 buyers, the highest last out in here. It's not like she's facing any real world beaters. I thought she was awesome. She did it very, very easily, all things considered. So I guess facing winners for the first time is going to be a little bit of a concern, but at the end of the day, she deserves to be one of the favorites.
I like the way she overcome that inside post in her career debut. She broke out a little bit, settled behind the speed, attacked on the turn, and then she was gone. And Merit Man, if you remember, he was a very precocious and fast 2-year-old. I think he was the favorite in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Sprint and had a little bit of a tough trip that day. That's Give Me a Hint, the number 3, stepping up out of the maiden claiming ranks. The number 4 is Dichotomy, dropping out of the graded stakes ranks. She was in the Sorrento last time out. Let's be honest, she was overmatched. I'm willing to draw a line through that race. Now she's getting blinkers for trainer Doug O'Neill, and her race 2 starts back against Calbred Maiden Specials really puts her in the mix.
If you believe that, and I guess that's the concern, because the 2 races that sort of bookend that race or sandwich it, I thought they were just okay. So you need to hope that that run 2 starts back is actually what she is. And if that is what she is, then yeah, she has a puncher's chance in a spot like this. I do wonder, 4th lifetime start, maybe the blinkers on are going to help her move forward, but at the end of the day, I kind of just think that the 3 is a better horse, and I think the outside runner for Peter Miller is a better horse at this point.
Interesting that the outside horse, the number 7, Creative Instinct, showed such big speed in that debut. A $285,000 March 2-year-old in training purchase. You had a feeling she was going to be fast. She took some money in that race, and she didn't let the inside post bother her at all. That was a really solid performance, and with this outside post position, it gives Tyler Bays plenty of options. Personally, I would go to the front. Timeform US agrees. Here's the pace projector.
Yeah, like you say, I mean, she was sent out of the gate in that career debut, and I think it's just an instance where if you think that she is the fastest horse in the race, even with that outside draw, I think you just go on with it. Unless there is someone that is absolutely intent on making the front end, I think you take your best asset. That's your speed. Go on out there. You've got experience already. I think she's very interesting.
Not only does she have experience, but she has winning experience at this 6-furlong distance, which might be the key to this race. She has shown that big speed. She's got pedigree. She's got Peter Miller. There are lots of things to like about the number 7. Interesting spot for a first-time starter. The number 5 is Mucho Unusual. This is the half-sister to Big Score, who we know is a really nice turf mile type. Graded stakes winner on the lawn. The sire, of course, Mucho Macho Man, Breeders' Cup Classic winner. He wanted to go long. This is his first crop. He's 2 for 15 with first-time starters. This dam won on turf. She won on synth. She wanted to go long. Somebody tells me this $170,000 yearling buyback's going to want more distance, but I'm fascinated that Pratt takes the call.
Well, and also, I mean, I think it's probably one of those instances where the connections, Tim Yakteen looks at this and goes, okay, there are 2 decent horses in here, but neither of them registered some buyer speed figure that is absolutely going to blow your socks off. And realistically, if she runs 3rd with a little bit of a late run, she's already stakes place. She's probably already worth her weight at that point. And you think she's only going to improve with more distance. I kind of view it as a no-brainer at this point.
Here's a first formulator fact for Yakteen with first-time starters, with 2-year-olds in dirt sprints, 0 for 29, 6-1 on the morning line, Mucho Unusual. She has a big pedigree. She'll handle the 6, I think. I think she may even want longer down the road. I think the 1 Be Lifted Up might also want a little bit more ground down the road. I completely understand why these connections claimed her for $28,000 last time out. This dam was a multiple stakes winner going long on synthetic and turf, and the 5th place horse in that last race came back to win, but she dropped all the way in for a 12-5 maiden claiming tag to Score with that 59 buyer.
Yeah, and it also came on a synthetic surface. I will say this filly, she got bounced pretty hard on the inside coming out of the gate in that most recent start, and she was a little bit late with the lead change. Like you say, perhaps distance additional is going to be to her benefit. I just kind of look at it from a figure standpoint and say through 2 lifetime starts, she's not nearly fast enough.
Plenty of experience on display with the 6 Swing Thoughts. She has already started 5 times. This is a half-sister to the Grade 1 stakes winner Ultra Blend, who did win sprinting on the dirt, but her big win came going long on a synthetic surface. I think this horse has some sneaky early speed, but after 5 tries, I'm already beginning to wonder where the improvement is. I want to see one race going long before I give up on her.
Yeah, unfortunately for her in this instance, like you say, I mean, you got a career best by her at 47 through 5 lifetime starts, and she's living in that mid 40 range. And even from a time form standpoint, she's in that sort of mid 60, low 70 range. That's not nearly fast enough.
Time for Susie's out of a stakes place dirt sprinter. That's Appealing Susan. She's bred for speed on the bottom of her pedigree, but the lone win came for that $50,000 tag, only a 40 buyer speed figure. You can argue she easily outran her odds at 60 to 1 last time out against a similar group of horses, but she only earned a 36 buyer. She's got to get faster in a hurry.
Yeah, at this point, I think the connections would love her to be stakes placed, but even with that, I'm not convinced that she's fast enough to do so.
Let's take a look at our top selections for Wednesday's feature race at Del Mar. It's the $100,000 generous portion stakes. You like Creative Instinct. She might have all the best of it from a pace standpoint after that very promising debut.
Especially if there really isn't a ton of other speed in this spot. I think you just try to clear off from the outside. Perhaps, give me a hint, is just more talented. And you know what? That would be one of those things where I would chalk it up and say she's just better and she's going to go and get you. But the tactical advantage, I'll give her the slight edge over the morning line favorite. And then again, Mucho Unusual, she probably wants more ground. But again, I mean, it's kind of a no-lose situation. If she doesn't run well enough, okay, you know that she's going to stretch out. If she hits the board, boom, she's already stakes placed. 7, 3, 5, 4 for me.
I'm going to go 3, 7, 4, and 6. I'm hoping that Kent DeZormo engages the speed of the 7 Creative Instinct early and tries to turn this into a match race. They really look like the 2 best horses on paper, and we'll see if they battle it out down the stretch, but they're the 2 to beat, 3, 7, 4, 6 in the generous portion stakes. Again, if you're playing the Wednesday feature at Del Mar, if you're playing the whole Del Mar card on Wednesday, DRF.com/bets where you need to go. Sign up for a new DRF Bets account, get 10 times the bonus, bet 20, get 200. Approximate post time for the generous portion stakes, race number 7 at Del Mar on Wednesday, 5 o'clock Pacific. Best of luck.